Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news. Shout out to the closet seeker that sent me this information. This is coming from Evansville, Indiana, and it says the charges against an Evansville man accused of sexually assaulting a child at his wife's daycare have been dismissed, the man's attorney said. The case against Gregory Michael Johnston, 38, was dismissed without prejudice, meaning the case could be filed again, Johnston's attorney, Glenn Gramp, said. The mother of the reported victim, Kelly Jo Marshall, has spoken out emotionally on social media, saying she's angry and wants justice for her child. Johnston was charged in February with 6 counts of child molesting as a level 1 felony and 1 count of dissemination of matter harmful to minors, a level 6 felony. He posted $15,000 cash bond the same day he was arrested, according to court records. Graham said his bond and Johnston's obligations to home detention have all been released. In a motion to dismiss, Deputy Prosecutor Emily Hall writes that the state has been informed that the victim is unavailable to testify and does not know when the victim will be available to testify. In a statement to media, prosecutor spokeswoman Jess Power said the decision to delay prosecution was made upon recommendation of the therapists and community partners involved in this case. Wow. The state of Indiana was forced to dismiss the case without prejudice in hopes of refiling charges in the future, the statement read. The ultimate goal of our office is to hold any criminal wrongdoer to justice. However, the health and well-being of our victim is of the utmost importance and must take priority. The case gained national attention after Tammy Rivera, the wife of rapper Waka Flocka, posted about it on Instagram on Tuesday morning. Rivera encouraged her 6.7 million followers to call the city and the prosecutor's office demanding the case not be dismissed. Rivera also posted a video to both Instagram and Facebook by Kelly Jo Marshall, who said it is her son who was reportedly sexually abused by Johnston at the daycare center his wife operated. The daycare, Little Piggy's Child Care, closed voluntarily the day after the arrest and remains shuttered. In the video posted Friday night, Marshall says she doesn't normally put my business out there, but after the phone call I got today, I just don't understand. Maybe it's not for me to understand, but what do I know? As a mother, I'm going through every parent's worst nightmare. She says she received the call from the prosecutor's office Friday saying they were putting in a motion to dismiss the charges against Johnston. I couldn't wish this on my worst enemy, Marshall said in the video. The system is really messed up. This man molested my child, a man I call bruh. This man was a pallbearer at my mom's funeral. This whole time, this man was messing with my son, messing with him. And for that prosecutor to call me today to tell me they are putting in a motion for dismissal, that was a smack in the face, because you know what I've done. I've done everything they asked me to do. During much of the video, Marshall is shouting and crying emotionally. He gets to be out around other people's kids? How the F is that even right? I'm supposed to sit here and trust the mother effing system? Really? No, I'm not trusting nobody else. The child told an interviewer at Holly's house that the abuse happened at the daycare at Johnston's home on the east side. The child who accused Johnston of abuse also told investigators Johnston made threats and showed the child pornographic videos on his phone, police say. The probable cause affidavit in the case was graphic. In an interview with the Courier and Press Tuesday, Gramp, which is Johnston's attorney, has maintained his innocence from the beginning, and his family has stood behind him 100%. Pretty sure they did. Some of the allegations, frankly, didn't make sense, Gramps said, pointing to accusations made in the probable cause affidavit. They just weren't accurate. There was going to come a time when the rough had to meet the road, when we have to take depositions and other evidence comes up. There were a lot of inaccuracies. He said they had difficulty with discovery and getting depositions taken in the case. In her video posted on social media, Marshall said she done everything that was asked of her throughout the entire process. She expressed anger at Johnston, telling him he would reap what you sow because you have completely robbed my son from everything. My son is not the same little boy. He'll never be the same little boy ever because of you. And you out here walking? Marshall says she's not done working towards justice. I'm going to fight this to the death of me, she said in the video. I mean that with every breath of my body. I'm mad. I've been mad all day. I'm sick of it. At the end of the day, my child has to live with this, and we have to live with this. Gramps said he heard about the social media video. That case was never what it was played up to be, he said. It never was. The facts were never as they were alleged to have been. These types of allegations are horrendous, but if you don't do something, if you don't commit the crime, that stain is left on your character for a long, long time. If the mother is out there playing that tune on social media, I can't prevent her from doing that. Gramps said he's pleased with the decision and knows it isn't one prosecutor's office came too lightly. This is coming from a news article called Gossip on This, and apparently Gregory had been messing with this little black boy for about a 2-year time period, and it gives a statement, and I guess this is what the little boy is saying that happened, and please excuse it because there's some vulgar things in here. But it says this man, Gregory Michael Johnston, had been molesting an 8-year-old African-American little boy while he was in his care at his wife's daycare since he was 6 years old. This man put a gun to this child and made him perform sex acts on him until he threw up. He sodomized this child repeatedly for years. He beat this little boy with something called the golden spoon. This man was well known to the family and was trusted. Not only did he threaten this child once with a gun, he threatened him twice, saying if you told anyone about what happened, he would kill the little boy and his family. After police found evidence and arrested this man, he was then released on a $15,000 bond. The prosecutor called the mother of 8-year-old boy and told her that they had filed a motion to dismiss his case without the mother's consent because the child isn't mentally stable to stand trial. But apparently the mother did not have a problem with her son going to speak. So I don't know what the Indiana court system is talking about. Now, check this out.
Broke the story when Gregory Johnston was arrested in February. And tonight we're learning charges could be delayed. The case even catching the attention of some celebrities. Evan Gorman here now with what comes next.
Jackie and Randy, this is a case that dates back more than a year ago, and the victim's mom is outraged. But the prosecutor's office says this decision was made with the victim's well-being in mind. The Vanderburgh County Prosecutor's Office announced a decision not to move ahead with prosecuting an accused child molester, at least not yet. That decision, they say, was based on a recommendation from the victim's therapist and community partners. 38-year-old Gregory Johnston was arrested in February on child molesting charges. He was released then on a $15,000 bond. Johnston is the husband of an Evansville daycare owner. As a result, Lil Piggy's daycare was closed permanently, according to the Family and Social Services Administration. The statement released by the prosecutor's office said the state was forced to dismiss the case without prejudice. That's an option that keeps the door open for refiling charges in the future. They say the ultimate goal is to hold any criminal wrongdoer to justice. But that decision is not setting well with the victim's mom. She posted a video to social media expressing frustration. To protect the victim, we're not showing it. But in it, she says, quote, "I'm going to fight this this until the death of me, and I mean that with every breath in my body, end quote. And, quote, at the end of the day, my child has to live with this, end quote. As for when the prosecutor's office could refile those charges, no timeline has been given. The victim was interviewed at Holly's house, and we've reached out to them to learn more about their process and the uniqueness of this case. We're also hoping to hear from the victim's family in the days ahead.
But what I do know is, as a mother, you know, I'm going through every parent's worst nightmare. And, you know, I would wish this on my worst enemy, but, you know, the system is really just messed up. This man molested my child. A man that I called bruh. Called him bruh. This man was a pauper at my mama's funeral. And this whole time this man was messing with my son. Messing with him. And for that prosecutor to call me today to tell me that they put in a motion for dismissal, you know, that was a smack in the face, because you know what? I've done everything that they've asked me to do. I've done everything that these people have come. They've been in my house. They've been at the schools. They've been everywhere, and I've done everything. And y'all gonna tell me? Y'all gonna tell me y'all gonna put in for a dismissal, but we gonna pick his shit back up? How the fuck is that even right? And this man gets to be out here around other people's kids? How the fuck is that even right? But I'm supposed to sit here and trust the motherfucking system? Really? No, I'm not trusting nobody else. Because I have severely been fucked. I have severely been fucked. Not me, my child. Nobody knows what my child's going through. Nobody knows what the inside of my house is like on a day-to-day basis. I have to live with that. My child has to live with that. And y'all telling me this whole time, we're with you, we're supporting you, we're going to take care of this, we're going to make sure this. Y'all ain't made sure of nothing. Y'all ain't done nothing but wasted my time and wasted my son's time. Because I'm the one that's putting in the footwork, going to doctor's appointment every Monday through Thursdays. Monday through Thursdays. That's how my life has been, from all kind of doctor's appointments. It shit ain't right. It shit ain't right. Y'all got the evidence. Y'all wouldn't arrest a man and charge him with six charges of child molestation for nothing. And then y'all won't call me today. I would understand. This world we live in is foul. This world that we live in is real, real foul. And you know what? We all gonna reap what we sow. Greg Johnson, you gonna reap what you sow, because you have completely robbed my son from everything. Everything. My son is not the same little boy. He'll never be the same little boy. Ever. Because of you. And you out here walking? But I ain't done yet. I'm not done yet, because I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight this to the death of me, and I mean that with every breath in my body. So everybody that's sitting around talking about, if that been you, if that been me, I would have done this. You don't know what you would have done until you've been put in that situation. You think I didn't want to go do some fuck shit, but I had to think about my kids. I had to think about who's going to be here for my kids. I'm mad. I've been mad all day, and I'm sick of it. Because at the end of the day, my child got to live with this. My child got to live with this, and we got to live with this. And guess what? Mama's always going to be here. Mama's always going to be here, and mama ain't going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I don't care if I got to get people from out of state, out of country that's going to roll with me. I'm not going to stop. Because you know what you did, Greg. You know what you did, patting me on my back, telling me you love me and all this and that, doing all this extra shit. And the whole time you've been sitting there messing with my child. You gonna meet your maker.
Roy Bebout is guilty on all 6 charges he faced, including attempted rape, kidnapping, strangulation, and criminal confinement.
His sentence, he's looking at hopefully double digits, and that's It's 20 plus years that he won't be able to do this to another victim.
Deputy Prosecutor Emily Hall is overjoyed with the verdict. She says the jury believed the victim, and her testimony was crucial for the case.
She had mace in her eyes, her glasses were knocked off, but she was able to pay as much attention as she could to details. At one point, she even grabbed the weapon that he used.
She was handcuffed, staring down the barrel of a gun, and managed to escape.
He was really trying to take me. I asked, why me? What did I do to deserve this? And he said, you were there.
We talked to the teen last year, and she still wants to stay hidden, but her story empowers even seasoned lawyers.
She's 5 feet tall. She's a little gal, but she was so powerful. She was smart. She planned what to do, how to get out of that situation.
This is the second time Bebout has been convicted on similar charges. He was out of prison on parole for kidnapping and rape. When Bebout was sentenced in 1998, he got 45 years.
That just goes to show what he was going to do with her.
Hall says the young girl regained her strength.
I am not a victim.
She fought back on Main Street.
I am a survivor.
And she won in court.
She saved however many young women and girls that he could have attacked. She saved them by her actions.
Just for the sake of me doing some research, look what I found. And this is coming from the Courier Press, data for August 30th, 2019. Remember Gregory's attorney, Glenn Gramp? Well, it says Glenn Gramp, a local attorney known for his criminal defense work, was arrested Friday, allegedly driving while intoxicated. Gramp's blood alcohol level allegedly measured 0.20% when his breath was tested at the jail, according to an affidavit of probable cause. The legal limit in Indiana is 0.08%. Gramp, 71, acknowledged Friday that he had made a mistake choosing to drive and said responding officers acted appropriately. It's my fault. I don't have any excuses for it. I shouldn't have done it, he said. An Evansville Police Department officer patrolling south on Governor Street about 1:30 a.m. Friday noticed a vehicle stopped on Governor at Virginia Street facing northbound, according to the affidavit. Governor is a one-way street, and the officer noticed the vehicle appeared to be heading the wrong way, according to the affidavit. The officer reported that the vehicle remained stopped at the intersection for 1 to 2 minutes. The officer stopped the vehicle after observing it began to drive north on Governor, according to the affidavit. When the officer asked Gramp why he had stopped at the intersection, he replied that he was waiting for the light to turn green. The officer then informed him that he was traveling the wrong way, so the light was not going to change. Gramp then told the officer that he was heading home downtown, which was in the opposite direction of his travel, according to the affidavit. The attorney explained that he had some alcoholic beverages while at a social gathering. After Gramp was unable to complete several field sobriety tests, he consented to a preliminary breath test, which showed he had a blood alcohol level of 0.188%. 0.188%, according to the affidavit. On the second test administered at the jail, his alcohol level measured 0.203%. Gramp is facing preliminary charges of operating a vehicle while intoxicated, endangering a person, and operating a vehicle with an alcohol concentration of 0.15% or higher. Both charges are a Class A misdemeanor. He also was cited for driving the wrong way. The Vanderbilt County Prosecutor's Office filed a motion for a special prosecutor to be appointed to the case, according to the records. In 2011, Gramp was sentenced to a year of probation after pleading guilty to driving while intoxicated, which is a Class A misdemeanor. In that case, he allegedly struck a sheriff's vehicle stopped on Darmstadt, on a road, and then struck a telephone pole while driving off. A deputy reported that he had to order Gramp to stop multiple times before he pulled over. I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Genevas Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Genevas Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.